Hello, I hope I am live. Welcome to Mind in Crime. I need to get my microphone a bit closer to me, so apologies. Hello and welcome, Mind in Crime. I just thought I would do on this fine Sunday morning, for the first time in a long time, the sun is out and I'm seeing a real clear blue sky, and it's the weather, as in the temperature, it's warmed up as well. I suddenly thought, wow, it does feel a little bit springy this Sunday morning. So anyway, welcome. Hi folks. Right. So what I wanted to do really quickly with this live, hopefully I am live, is what do Keir Starmer's emails actually say? So I thought I would just bring those up and show you guys what they say. If you're interested in this, we can go through them. If you're interested in this, you can give me names and we can go through the names. But I just thought, let's just get up the actual EPSTEIN drop website. And as you can see, you can type in names here. So I put in Keir Starmer. So there you go. Now, so I thought that I would just go through these, what comes up basically when we're looking at it, and they're all in PDFs, as you can see. Right, I hope I am live because I'm doing this for the first time. Anyway, let's go. Oh, I think I must have timed out. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right. So we're immediately looking at this. This is all redacted. Look, from. Look at this. From. It's all redacted. Who it's from. Let's just go down. Right. See if I can. Okay. I need to put on my glasses because this is looking really small. So, let's make it a little bit bigger. In which case I don't need these then. Right. Okay. Wonder if I can. Okay. Let's just try and bring it across a little bit. Here we go. So, the first one starts. So this is the first PDF that says that has Keir Starmer mentioned. So that doesn't mean to say all of it's going to be about Keir Starmer. It just means somewhere in this PDF he is mentioned. Right. So it's talking about genocide. This is 12th of January 2024, and everything is redacted in who it's from. So I wouldn't be able to tell you that. It's talking about the UN Charter to do with the South African state of Palestine Okay, so this is to do with the conflict. Which you guys can all read. I mean, I'd wish I knew who it was from, all of those names, but I want to try and get to the bit that involves Keir Starmer, otherwise we'll just be here reading through stuff for hours. Israel. Can someone... Okay. So somebody's... Again, I plead for protection for the state of Israel, the United States and the United Kingdom. I also request South Africa and the ICJ, so the JCJ or ICJ, International Courts of Justice, allow me to speak as a third party person against the actions taken. Oh gosh. Against the actions taken on behalf of the state of Israel. I ask them to immediately stop their hostile acts of aggression and clear acts of genocide. Food for thought. How would the world react if this was... And then it's redacted. The hypocrisy is extraordinary, clear. You should all be ashamed of yourself. You are monsters. Can anyone, please help me? Don't know who that's from. Let's just go back to the top of that email just to see if it actually shows who that's from. Yeah, don't know who to or from. Okay. Let's carry on down. This is, again, about this. I immediately seek legal international representation. The British government to... Okay, Benjamin Netanyahu, you said Africa's hypocrisy screams to the heavens. So let me make it a little bit less there. Now let me tell you how the heavens responds to you. I see you, I said, you shall not pass. I'd love to go. Gosh, there's a few. The parable of the barren fig tree. Okay, so we're going to keep going. I'm sure there's a control find button here. Is there a control find button? No, that doesn't work. When you're in normal PDF, you can do a control F for control find. And you can find, you just type then from that document, you can then type in the, I'm sure, is there any way you can do it here? So you can see down here, it's going on about Gaza. It's not clear who all this is from, but I know because I've already looked through it. STARMER is in here. Okay, so whoever wrote to whoever, Catherine, I think your newspaper is a damn disgrace. What have you done to me, discrediting an actual victim of rape and sex trafficking who has been fighting for my life, and the other 200, Epstein, is horrific. This was done 24 hours prior to it coming out. Redacted was actually an Epstein whore, an employee who got paid $15,000 to F-word Prince Andrew. Boast about to Redacted, who is now effing dead because of you lot and the lawyers. Yes, it was effing murder, and I'll get Lucia Osborne, so you can tell her that. I will drag her by the hair into court to testify as to her involvement with John and redacted and what actually happened. Why did the media throw me under the bus? Because you all protected redacted, who has lied and lied and lied, and now it comes out that it was the Epstein Hall. The media once again has protect her and her bullshit lies. Do you have any idea what you lot have done to me, my family, all the Epstein victims who I have been protecting? You want to discredit me? You at least have done the damn effing common currency to sit with me and look at all my evidence I've been trying to show you for years, and you must send this to your colleagues, Alan redacted. You must send this to your colleagues, Alan redacted, Callaghan, and whoever else at the Daily Mail fancies destroying rape victims' lives and those of their families who have stood by me for years in my fight for justice. Let me be clear, I would rather eat my own #1T than do an interview with the Daily Mail, and you guys are in a huge amount of trouble, let me tell you that. Ooh. Okay, so this is Wednesday the 10th, 2024. Dear Cyril Ramaphosa, I know you are very busy with tomorrow's hearing in the ICJ, and it's going back to that. Oh, crikey, just gone a bit too far here. Oh no, poop. Let's go back. I don't know why it's suddenly gone a bit fainter. Okay. See if I can get it. So it's going on about the British government has accepted that Israel has an occupying power, had a duty under international humanitarian law to provide basic supplies for the people of Gaza. The admissions came when David Cameron, the Foreign Secretary, urged Israel to remove barriers on the delivery of humanitarian aid. So we're going into that. The Foreign Secretary was at the most critical. Mr. Ramaphosa, please can you watch this link provided by the BBC below of David Cameron's response yesterday to Israel turning off Gaza's water supply. And then we've got that link, so let's be very clear. So somebody's writing to Mr. Ramaphosa. I should have actually looked up, I'm going to look up who that is afterwards actually. And it's going on about that. Let me just go out of this for a second. Okay, and because what I want to do is go to the PDF and do the control find, so I can just go straight to it. So this is on page what? 19. All right. So if we go back to this, so let's just go, we need to go to page 19. So that it's on, so it's saying it's on page 19. Ugh. Oh, I don't know how that's happened. Ah. I don't know how that's happened. Ooh, right. Why has it come up with this? Okay, we need to get rid of this. And we need to try again. Or actually, I can do it this way. I can make myself just a little bit bigger here. Okay. So first time using live stream when I don't know what on earth I'm doing. There we go. I don't want to make myself look quite that big. That's better. Right, let me just go back to this. Okay. Hopefully you can still see me. So it says, so the first mention of STARMER is on page 19. And it says, James and redacted, as you know, and then there's a whole sentence redacted. Please send it to Keir Starmer to remind him what a biological woman is, seeming as he has forgotten and is potentially the United Kingdom's next leader. So this is obviously before the election. And then this is still about, obviously, Gaza. And somebody is talking about the women and children. Okay, so somebody is saying, women and children, somebody remind Starmer what a biological woman is, because that could come in handy. So the second one is an email. Dun, dun, dun. Again, if we go up here. Gosh, they do write long emails. Whoever writes these emails, okay. It's amazing the power the attorneys have over us. I have attached the photo of the Polish Epstein rape and sex tracking. So we're coming to the second mention of Starmer, which is, we've jumped to page 35. And I'm just trying to put the context of this. And this is December the 19th, 2023. So this is the second mention of Starmer. And it's all redacted, you see, who and to. And this is, again, Security Council members, December, along with publication in the New York Post. Please read the article below in the Wall Street Journal. And this is, unbeknownst to me, David Boies used me to deflect and de-escalate the escalating accusations and investigations into Boies and Lisa Bloom's behaviour towards the Weinstein's rape victim and ongoing the Epstein rape victim, whose attorneys, Bradley Edwards and boys who have just exploited and politically weaponized, is clear to me a victim like many struggling, and the picture used depicts poverty. I would also like to remind them that when they advertised for Ukrainian, Russian and Polish victims, it was made clear from the beginning that they would only perceive a once-off payment of around $75,000. I made a big thing of this right in the beginning. I have two dogs, so you might hear them. Incredibly, there's no news coverage on the fact in advertising for Eastern European Epstein victims, so I presume $75,000 is correct for the payment. So they're going on, whoever's talking is writing all this. I assume this is breaking every UN code, as Brad and the Wall Street Journal, i.e. Rupert Murdoch, have declared that they will have evidence documentation from the UN which will shatter every fabric of the United Nations and what it still stands for. My heart breaks because I can see the description in the picture. Again, Hunter Biden must explain what his role as a highly paid employer was doing for Boys Schiller Flexner, as he isn't a lawyer and he certainly wasn't making the coffee for Boys. So what was Hunter, in capital letters, so what was, this is in capital letters, Hunter Biden doing for Boys for such a hefty paycheck for David? It's also interesting that the photo of Bill Gates only surfaced for the first time on Sunday, along with their picture of Ehud Barak and Woody Allen. Disgusting, who should have been in prison years ago, referring to Woody Allen. Going on about Bill Gates. Netanyahu's used Barak's relationship with Epstein to manipulate the Israel voters and win the elections in Israel. I really wish I knew who this was from. This is against international law. Never mind activity attacking the British and Spanish royal families in the Netherlands. It's funny how the Spanish Prime Minister stood up and got Netanyahu, and then suddenly out of the blue there is a nonsense story about the Queen of Spain. I think it's been made quite clear you do not like any royal family and are a direct threat to royal institutions. Can Keir Starmer also explain his very relationship with Rupert Murdoch and boys? And then it's got two links to the Guardian, one to a Guardian article and another one to the Guardian article. Rupert, boys, Keir, Tony and Peter Mandelson, checkmate. And then on Friday, December the 15th, 2023 at 6:44, 6:45 p.m, Piers, you are a liar and a scumbag who, along with Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch, etc., are added to my list of witnesses against the FBI and the US government. You too, I don't know who this Piers is, it will be investigated for your role in aiding and abetting this Epstein empire, which Viacom, HBO, Disney, etc., all those guys who think they are immune will be investigated. And this then goes on, so about the publishing. Okay, so what is the next mention of Starmer? Because there's 6 mentions. So we're on to number 3. Can David Cameron please also be transparent with where, and he makes his own with money. Can David Cameron please also be transparent with where and how he makes his money, and if there are any conflicts of interest? I have to say I'm very concerned about the UK and the nonsense lies being covered up by the government, because the people who vote deserve to know who they're voting for and why. You are lying to the very British population who have the full right, living in democracy, to know who they are voting for. Are you going to rob them of that freedom too? This is not a democracy. The Labour voters also need to know that it is Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson, are calling the shots, not Keir Starmer. You know Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson were involved with Epstein, and just because Epstein's gone, do you think they stopped whatever they were doing? You're not that naive, Rishi? Question mark. Oh, wow. So this could be an email to Rishi. Will Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson finally be investigated for aiding and abetting Epstein's sex trafficking ring? Can you please let us know when the Epstein victims and I will be set free? So let me just go to my thingamabob here. I don't know what's happened to my chat panel. Anyway, let me know if you want me to carry on. There are loads more emails. There's loads more PDFs with STARMER in it, and look, that's just me opening up one, and I haven't even gone through all of that yet. So let me know if you want to. I'm going to keep delving anyway, and I'll keep sort of recording or coming live and carry on. So guys, let me know what you think. Thanks very much.